Hey!
Welcome back. Hey, Shauna. My friend Shauna texted and said she was getting ready to listen to us jam.
All right. That was a jam, all right. That was The Road to Berryville. That's Julie Kirby's favorite woodshedder instrumental, I'm pretty sure. How's everybody doing?
You know, I know with a lot of these live streams, people interact with people as they come up on the screen, but we can't see that far. So I wish we were interacting more.
So type bigger.
I'm trying to get it going over here, but that's been a failure so far.
Yeah, can you see it on your phone?
We can't see and we can't use technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit.
We're using technology, but not to...
Oh, maybe I can actually see it here. Let me turn it down so we don't get some...
All right, here we go, folks.
Oh, yeah, there's Peyton.
One small step.
And Kadri. Hi, Peyton. Hi, Kadri. Maybe I can do this.
Kadri from Estonia?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Kadri's been here to Harper's Ferry, too.
So someone said that Virginia is supposed to be quarantined for a 3 month total. Is that true?
Yeah, 2.5 more months. That's what I just heard. I can't tell what's...
That's going to be isolation session number 90.
I think we have enough material to make it happen, though. All right, let's do another one. What do we have? Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, Randy, you requested this one. This is the one that Dave's grandma wrote the words to, Dreamin' of Virginia.
That's right. My grandma was Patience Purcell from Percival, and she lived to be 99 years old.
Kevin Embry. Hey, Kevin. I bet your job's fun right now.
My grandma, Granny, I used to call her, she told me one time, she said, well, if you're singing a song and you forget the words, just make them up as you go along.
Yep.
And I've always tried to heed that. So here's one she wrote the words to, I wrote the music. It's called I'm Dreamin' of Virginia. I'm dreaming of Virginia and her mountain ranges blue, rolling Shenandoah and the hills that passes through. Whistle of the red jay, dogwood and the pine, hold a spot forever in this old heart of mine. If I ever get to heaven, and sure hope I do, they say it's always summer. The skies are always blue. If the harp that I'll be playing should seem to miss a trill, I'm dreaming of Virginia and her mountain whippoorwill. I'm dreaming of Virginia and her mountain ranges blue, rolling Shenandoah in the hills that passes through. If I ever get to heaven, and surely hope I do, they say it's always summer and the skies are always blue. Well, they say it's always summer and the skies are always blue. Woo! Yeah!
All right.
Didn't have to make up any of those words that time.
All right. What's next on
Thankfully.
the hit parade?
Yep. So we looked for morels today, but we weren't lucky enough to find any. I've never found one.
But we did end up going on an amazing walk. That's the great thing about hunting morels. It's not bad no matter if you do or you don't find them. It's a hike in the woods. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, right?
Yeah, it was a nice day outside. Yeah. Yeah, I know you got to follow the news a little bit, but gosh, just as little as possible, it'll bring you down.
Not me, not today. No
Yeah,
news.
I don't know why this reminds me of this, but old friend of mine, Sean Ty, said he had this buddy who got pulled over by the police, and the policeman asked him, he said, "Have you been drinking?" And he said, "I've been fishing." And the police officer was like, "I said, have you been drinking?" And his friend was like, "I done told you I've been fishing."
So he had been drinking?
Yeah.
All right.
Think about that.
Think about that, everybody. Road.
The road to Malvern.
Oh, we kind of relearned this one. You want to do the jig too?
Yeah, let's see.
So we got this arrangement from Rachel Eddy, who's a great musician. I love Rachel, and her music is awesome. She plays everything: fiddle, banjo, guitar. She sings beautifully, and she did this cool version of this old time tune, Road to Malvern, where she starts it with a jig. And this is I guess a contemporary old time tune, actually. Do you remember who wrote it?
I don't really know.
Childress. I can't remember. Is it Jim Childress?
That sounds right.
I think that might be right. If anyone knows who wrote Road to Malvern, please tell us. So this is Rachel Eddy's arrangement of this.
Right. It could easily crash and burn. We're going to try to do a melody.
I think that's actually what Rachel said when she did it too.
So, yeah, it could crash and burn twice as bad as it could have for her.
I'm gonna let you kind of. right, which I did once.
Once?
I think so. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Better than
That
none.
counts.
Better than nuts.
Better than nuns.
So yeah, I hope everybody out there is doing well. I think yesterday I was talking a little bit about how I really have enjoyed this time at home, but I think I don't want it to come across as insensitive. We were talking about John Barry, who wrote this, asking who's strangely okay with this, and I think it's important to say that Kevin Embry, I saw you on there watching, and you have an incredibly difficult job right now. Doctors, nurses, I mean, we're very fortunate to be able to hunker down with our family the way we are, and so many people don't have that. People are sick, people are dying, and it's a really very tragic situation. So I just wanted to, just give a nod to that. I do enjoy being with my family, but I'm also very aware that this is a pretty difficult situation, and it's hard to be optimistic all the time. But on the other hand, I do think we owe it to each other to try to be optimistic and as much as we can, and be there for each other. So I don't know, just that.
Thanks, Morgan.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dave.
You're not such a jerk after all.
Yeah, I have my moments.
I woke up this morning with that song from Groundhog Day.
Now put your little hand
in mine. It's starting to feel like Groundhog Day when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, every morning I'm like, oh man, here we go again.
That's like one of my favorite movies. It might be a little surreal to watch it right now, but God, I love that movie so much.
Babe, bum 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 bum, I got you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna start off every session with that song from here on out. All right, what do we got next? Little Jackson Brown.
Okay. Shoot, where's my capo? You sit over there? Yeah, so I did this one recently. I'm sure, as a lot of you know, Jackson Brown has coronavirus. So I grew up listening to Jackson Brown, and the first concert I ever went to was, it was actually a bunch of people. I think Bonnie Raitt was there, but I remember Jackson Brown. It was a No Nukes rally in Washington, D.C., and Jackson Brown was one of the headliners, and I remember seeing him play. I was very little. I mean, I was probably maybe, I don't know what age, like 5 or 6, but I remember it because we listened to all his albums and then we saw him play live. And I really like Jackson Brown, and this is the only Jackson Brown song I know. I should learn more, but this is it. And hopefully I remember this one. Well, I Sorry, I flubbed it up a little. I don't play that one very often, but yeah.
You're not going to forget that, are you?
Man. Sorry, Jackson. Yeah, so these days, I really hope for a speedy recovery for Jackson Brown and for John Prine, who I guess is still hanging on. I checked on it today. I didn't see any new news. I know he had double pneumonia, and for everybody that has it, I mean, it's a lot of people have it. And a lot of people are going to get it. There you go. Let's see what's next. Oh yeah, this one's good.
And that's ultimately why this is a BYOB concert.
Yes, definitely.
Otherwise, we'd have beer for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I promise.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Definitely.
Right?
Man, the first normal concert we have again, it's not going to be BYOB, I can tell you. I can help it. Hey, let's do a John Hartford song, why not?
Oh, John Hartford song.
I mean, not John Hartford.
John Prine song. Oh,
John
yeah,
Prine.
yeah, that's great. You
How about Muhlenberg County?
Muhlenberg County. Perfect, yeah. What key do you use then?
I guess it's in D.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky where paradise lay. There's a backwoods old town that is often remembered. So many times my memories are warm. And sometimes we float right down the Green River to an abandoned old prison up by Audrey Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we chewed off our pistols. Empty pop bottles was all that we'd killed. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Shovel, and they took all the timber and stripped all the land. And they dug and they dug till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it all down as the progress of man. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
Book when we were younger, Rise Up Singing.
Oh yeah,
that?
I bet that's still around somewhere.
And it had all this well, not all of them. It had a lot of songs in it, and that was one of them.
Yeah, all the sing-along songs.
Yeah, if you made it into Rise Up Singing.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. It's standard singing. Yeah.
We have to find that book.
Mhm. Yep. We do. We have plenty of time to look. We have 2.5 months.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go look for it.
2.5 months to find it.
I'll be back in 2.5 months. or sooner?
I don't know what to believe. I hear a lot of things, and I just don't know what to believe. You know, I don't think anyone knows what to believe. That's the thing that's so strange, is not knowing. It's a lot of unknowables.
The hard part is, like, everybody, I don't care who you are, you're either risking your life or you're losing work and money. Like, I can't imagine not being in one of those situations. You're either affected by it because you're sick, or you're risking your life because you're a store clerk, or you're a nurse or a doctor or a policeman. My
sister's working at social services. She has to get people their benefits, so she's going to work. And she was saying today, there's like these pictures of, there's like a sign that says, you know, thoroughly clean to protect you from coronavirus. And there was this guy went around with like a wipe, and he wiped up every surface, and it was just black. Like no one had been there. You know, this is in Philadelphia. And, you know, she was saying that they're just not really taking it that seriously enough, people's health and safety, which is, it sucks, you know. I mean, my sister has, you know, she has to go home to her family, so she's very, very careful though.
But I was going to say, for me, it's hard not to get angry sometimes when I read about stuff like, oh, they disassembled the pandemic alert team in September. And you're like, what? How? But, you know, we all got to come together to make the best of this. So you can't look back and blame everybody, but sometimes it's hard not to.
I can.
I mean, come on, man. I don't know. All right, enough of that, Morgan. Why'd you drag me down that wormhole?
Did I?
Yeah, no, you didn't at all.
You're the one that keeps bombarding me with news. I try not to listen, and Dave will be there going, oh, God, listen to this. All right, let's do watermelon seed.
Okay.
Jen Lee suggested this one at some point. Jen, I hope you're watching. My technology's failed me. I don't know what's going on. I can't play and figure this out. So Jen, I hope you're watching and you're catching this one. This is one Dave wrote.
We'll work on that.
Watermelon seed.
Yeah, this one's called Watermelon Seed. I must have written it many years ago when we were just when the Watermelon Festival was just a wee little baby. There it is. Lad or lassie.
There's Peggy. Hi Peggy. Hi Shelly. I see that you're here. Oh, Kenny. Kenny, I love you too.
Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny. Kenny doesn't have a Facebook page, but he's telling us he loves us through Peyton's Facebook page, and we love you too, Peyton.
Aww.
Not just Kenny. Both of you. Hey, Randy. Okay.
You start it, Morgan. Right. Thanks, Danny Nicely, for the weird ending.
Oh, that reminds me. I posted, there's a new song that we saw today online that features Amy Curl singing. It's a beautiful song. If you go on Furnace Mountain's Facebook page, the Barnes Facebook page, it's posted on both pages. And I also posted on I work at Barnes of Rose Hill, and I know I've mentioned that, and I'm sure most of you know that. And I also posted a really cool video of our friend Brendan Gilmore playing one of Bach's cello suites. And so if you go to the Barnes Facebook page, I'm trying to post something every day.
That's the third partita.
Oh, the third partita, that's right. Oh, yeah.
It's the...
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That's right. It is that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, if you the Barnes of Rose Hill Facebook page, I'm trying to collect stuff that people are posting and put it on there every day, at least one or two things. And then on Tuesdays, Dave and I are gonna do a kind of what we're doing here from that Facebook page. I'm hoping to get more musicians to do the same. So we're working on that. Yeah. Barnes of Rose
With your
Hill.
clothes on, right?
Well, I don't know. We had a debate going if leggings are pants or not. If you believe they're not, then I apologize for not wearing pants to tonight's performance.
Morgan,
It's a lot of effort putting on pants.
you're going to upset Kenny. All right, I'm going to try something here, which is a new song, which could go horribly wrong, but
Oh, you want to do that one? Okay, cool.
it's kind of a kid's song. Maybe it's a song for kids, I should say. It's
both kids and adults.
well, there you go. Morgan likes it. She's an adult, so
Sort of.
it's got some adult lyrics. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, we watched the Jim Carrey Mr. Rogers movie.
No, it wasn't Jim Carrey. You're confusing two different things. There's that weird Jim Carrey show about a
Who
child.
played Mr. Rogers? It
Tom
was
Hanks.
Tom Hanks, yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Who
Sorry.
also had coronavirus.
Man, this is getting confusing.
Mm-hmm.
But we watched the Mr. Rogers movie, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it.
It was so sweet.
And there's two movies that for some reason remind me of what's going on right now, and I haven't thought about why, but one of them is the Mr. Rogers movie and the other is the Titanic. I keep thinking of us when we're playing music like the band on the boat.
It's terrible. No, we're gonna get through this. This is not the Titanic.
Yeah, I
We
know.
will
I know.
do this.
But still, I keep thinking of that awful character that was her boyfriend.
Oh my God, that
The
guy.
rich guy?
Yeah, what a
That
dick.
reminds me of someone, I'll just say his name rhymes with Butterbump Jr. Won't say his name. That character reminds me of that guy. I mean, you gotta what? When like tragedy happens, the way people react sometimes is very...
Telling.
Whew! Yeah. All right. So anyway, this is a song I wrote trying to capture a concept that Mr. Rogers said that his mother always told him that if Mr. Rogers was, when he was a child, and if he saw something that was scary, his mom would say, well, every time, look for the helpers, she would say. If there's a disaster, there will always be helpers. And here we go. It's an attempt at a song about that.
Okay.
So please forgive me if it sucks. Here we go. When there is darkness, do not despair. Hope is the light that we all can share. Just having a chance to lighten the way, helping bring hope turns darkness to day. Look for the helpers, Mr. Rogers did say. They'll shine a light, show us the way. Look for the helpers when the tragedy show us the way. Look for the helpers when the tragedy strikes. Fill it with hope and turn darkness to light. Share what you can to the neighbor in need. Pass on the good news to those who will heed. Look out for someone you can console, 'cause giving is receiving when we lighten the load. Look for the helpers, Mr. Rodgers would say. They'll shine a light and show us the way. Look for the helpers when the tragedy strikes. They'll fill you with hope and turn darkness to light. To fill you with hope and turn darkness to light. Fill you with hope and turn darkness to light.
Very sweet. Nice.
All right, that's nice. That's a nice. I think it's a nice song for kids to sing.
It is. It's really sweet, and especially
Now, if I could just be more helpful in general.
this is a confusing show. Like sometimes we cuss. I'm not wearing pants, but then it's like kids music.
Yeah.
It's not really cohesive. Okay, what's next?
I don't know. Maybe just one more.
Okay, yeah, let's do a fiddle tune. What haven't we done? Oh, let's do
Oh yeah.
Old Grimes.
Oh, Grimes.
Yeah, this is a really cool fiddle tune. Old Grimes.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for all you that came out and
Yeah.
watched tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Or stayed in and watched more.
Yeah, stayed in
accurately.
and watched. We're all having the shared experience of being in our living rooms right now.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine how you might be comforting to others when it's you, but I have to say when I look at other people broadcasting from their homes, I really do feel better. Like we're all in it together. It just is nice to see people's homes and that they're doing it too. So, alone together.
Yeah, later I might broadcast Morgan brushing her teeth and gargling.
Yeah, and it's really especially impressive because Ava ordered this charcoal toothpaste that basically turns your whole mouth black when you... It's pretty counterintuitive, but it's fun.
It's not that one.
Yeah, that's it. That's all around.
Okay. 3, 4. night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
We love you guys. Take care. Stay healthy. Stay well.